How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? So it's the big one. Yes, you all know what we're here for. It is their Klassiker, as people like to call it. I don't personally like calling it that name. It just seems so forced. But we're here today with Bayern München versus Borussia Dortmund for the game that could honestly decide the title. I mean, it will decide the title if we win, because at that point we will have won it. So we're here with the, as I said, the big one. I've got things open. And we'll be checking it out. Let me just make sure that we actually are live, though. Let me just double check that everything is working fine. Checking it. Okay. Make sure that we actually are live. Okay, I'm clearly audible. How about now? Is it going to change anything now? Okay. 1 second. Technical, right? No. Sounds great. Okay, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't even seen the lineup yet. I've just been so busy trying to sort this out here that I've not even been able to check out the lineup or anything. So let me have a very quick look at the lineup before the game starts. We're obviously nearing the start of the game. So I'm just in a rush trying to, sort it out. Milan Gasic, good afternoon. Good afternoon to yourself. Hope you are well. Hope everything is fine. Hope you're doing well. I've not used Streamlabs in such a StreamYard rather in such a long time that I'm kind of just like going on as I'm kind of just winging it as of right now, honestly. But let's actually have a look at the lineup. So I'm going with this based off of SofaScore. So we're playing a 4-2-3-1 according to SofaScore with Pavard, Upamecano, Lucas Hernandez, Alphonso Davies, and Kimmich, Goretzka, Gnabry, Müller, Coleman, Lewandowski. So interesting that no Musiala is playing. I for sure would have thought he would have gotten some, I for sure thought he would have started today, but clearly I was wrong. Now with that said, Dortmund, obviously with them having so many injuries, I'm also surprised Mukoko isn't starting for them. They've got Royce and Haaland. Rainier, of all people, my goodness. This is going to be a disaster for them. Guerrero, Bellingham, Julian Brandt, Marius Wolf. Wolf has been really good, honestly. Like recently, he's been very good. He's obviously played a lot more than he usually does, but he's been very, very good for them recently. So I'm actually quite intrigued to see how this all goes. Then you've got Zagadou, Akanji, and Emre Can. Pretty much as expected, I would say. And then Marvin Hitz. Hitz? Why Hitz? Let me have a look at the players that are out. I see. Kobel is out. I didn't even know that. I knew you had like a lot of players that were out and whatnot, but I didn't think it was Kobel. Okay. Well, we should be in for a very good match. If you like attack, we should be in for a very good match. If you like offensive football, if you like actual defensive football, or at least teams being able to close shop, then I don't think this match will be necessarily for you. I expect there to be 3-4 goals. So for me, we'll see how it all pans out. NS Sports TV, hi, big up, you back for good. I mean, I'm sort of back, but I'm not really back as well. The way I kind of view it right now is that, what's a good way of phrasing it? You'll see me a lot more than in the past, but you won't see me as much. I know, right? I know that makes it extremely clear. No, but basically, you will see me, and we're kicking off, but it won't be as often as possible. I don't want to do rants, basically, and I feel like with the way we're playing recently, it will just be rants, which is why you haven't seen me back fully. Anyway, with that said, let's have a good game. Good. Ooh. Already a very intensive start. If you're following this along with me, we're currently exactly 30 seconds in. There you go. What's your favorite Premier League team? I mean, I always go back and forth. It honestly depends on where the Germans are playing, if I'm being completely honest. So I don't really have a team that I root for. To me, it just depends where are the most Germans playing in a World Cup season. So like in 2014, it was Arsenal because there was obviously a lot of Germans in Arsenal. Then for like the last 2 World Cups, I could honestly probably say I'm leaning more towards like Liverpool because it's obviously Klopp. I wanted to see how that project goes. But now with all these German managers in the Premier League, okay, good. Now, obviously, you have so many German players at Chelsea. You'll never catch me root for Chelsea, but like I do have to. It's probably the team that I watch the most, if I'm being completely honest, of all Premier League teams, just because they have the most Germans, and it's a World Cup year. So while I don't necessarily have, it's the same with like in France or Belgium or I don't really watch Serie A, if I'm being completely honest. Like I watch the Belgium league and the Dutch league a lot more than like Serie A or La Liga. I mean, some people would say that's absolutely that's atrocious opinion, but it's just the way it is. I mean, so far I don't see anything in terms of like formation or lineup or anything of that sort that is like really crazy or special for this game. It seems very standardish. It does feel like Coleman is dropping a little bit deeper, but he does tend to do that anyway. So that's not really out of the ordinary too much. Rather than a good way of phrasing it is rather than having like teams in like other leagues that I follow more so players. You know, that's kind of how the way I view it. Like for example, in Belgium, there are a few players that I like. Obviously, ZXC, Bayern player on loan, obviously. But then you've got the likes of just in general, like if I'm talking about like just leagues that people don't really watch that much compared to like the big five. I've got obviously Gakpo, who I'm a huge fan of. Noah Lang, I quite think is very good as well. Koku. I mean, I could basically give you the hot. What are you doing, Lewandowski? Lewandowski just fell asleep. He just fell asleep right now. He just fell asleep. I do like watching Chalaroy, if I'm being completely honest, though. You've obviously got Morioka as well. I don't know. There are a lot of I much rather like following players that I think are just entertaining and interesting for one way or another. Do I see Omar Richards as a future England international? No. While I think he could have a future at Bayern, I don't think it's going to be that great of a future, if I'm being completely honest. But England just, in terms of fullbacks, I mean, obviously right back, but just in terms of fullbacks in general, they're just extremely stacked. Like, unless like has a real big breakthrough, I can't even get the cable right behind the microphone. But unless like he has a massive breakthrough next season, which if he couldn't have a breakthrough this season where Davis was out for such a long time, then I just see him struggle more. I don't think he's bad. I just don't think he's gonna be like that number one. Havertz, good cross. Oh, Coman. Nah. And here come Dortmund trying to press. Upamecano versus Haaland has not gone well. Like it's gone well maybe like once in his entire career for Upamecano. So I'm actually quite worried. Bias aside, Konate or Upa. I mean, I've always been of the same opinion. Upamecano has a significantly higher ceiling, but Konate is better as of now. The only thing that's been holding Konate back so much is his injury history. But in terms of ceiling, you know what? Scratch that. You know who I think has a higher ceiling than Upamecano and Konate? Nianzou. There you go. I just think Upamecano he's got moments where he just, good pass from Gnabry. All right, we're pushing. I like that. But like, if you ask me who's better right now, I'd say Konate. But if you ask me like who do I think will be better in say 2 years, 3 years time, I'd definitely say Upamecano. The thing that Upamecano has to work on is actually what, funny enough, Boateng had to work on when he joined Bayern, and that is that he has that one mistake a game in him. And like once he irons that out, he's gonna reach that elite level. But he needs to iron it out. And I think the same thing about Tanguy Nianzou. I think he's the same, where he has like one mistake a game in him. If he can work on that, then I think he's gonna go right to the top. But the issue with Tanguy Nianzou is that his mistake is much easier to fix, because his mistake is that he likes going. Is that offside? Yeah, he likes going. He likes being too aggressive. So that's something that should be fixed with age. Whereas Upamecano's one mistake a game, as I like to call it, is that he just likes to turn off. He just switches off like once a game. And like I compare it to Boateng, because again, Boateng, when he joined Bayern, he had the same thing where you could clearly tell this guy is world class, but he has that one mistake a game in him. And for Boateng, it was very similar to Nianzou, where where they were both too aggressive. And with age, he got a lot calmer. Being in these high pressure situations, you get a lot calmer, you get a lot more used to these situations, and you just get better. It's a lot easier to fix than just switching off once a game, if that makes sense. Which is why I have. Ooh, that was a dangerous challenge against Davis. But okay, now Bayern are going forward. 7 minutes and 50 seconds with Coleman. Pass just wasn't quite good enough for Davies, but he is limping a little bit. Okay, good. He's fine. I could not do with an injury. That's the one thing I will not avoid. Nianzou is reckless. I mean, as I said, I think so too. But I think with him, the issue is more that he's too aggressive. So far, though, I mean, we've seen this a lot recently. Okay, good. Kimmich got the ball away. We've seen this a lot recently. I think almost every team that we play, or at least like 9 times out of 10, they will just, whenever Kimmich is on the ball, or whenever he gets the ball, they will surround him. And that's every team strategy nowadays. Take out the nervous system or the heartbeat, and it's very much like the rumble in the jungle. Ali versus Frazier. Take away the body, and the brain will collapse, or the hands will collapse, however that saying goes. Stop them from breathing, and they'll fall down. And that's very much what like teams have been doing against Bayern with Kimmich. Like you see Kimmich in all this space right here, and immediately Royce. It's always Royce. He seems to be the pressing trigger. Like you don't see Dortmund press much or at all until Royce starts pressing Kimmich, and that's when all the other players get switched on. It's actually very reminiscent to the Klopp days, honestly, because Royce used to be the pressing trigger under Klopp, and Dortmund haven't played like that recently, or since I've watched them, which has been this entire season, because they've been so hilarious to watch because they're so bad. But like they haven't really had a pressing trigger. But it does seem like they're trying that today against us, which is interesting. I don't think it matters too much because Kimmich, he's in these situations, as I said, almost every game now. People want to say he's not press resistance, but he definitely is. It's just when you get pressed 1,000 times and you get away 999 times, but at one time you don't get away, they score. That one time is remembered. But I guess that's easier said than done. That's why I'm, watching the game here, and he's out. He gets fouled there. And he's out there, playing. And that's the difference. I can see what's happening, but I wouldn't be able to like act on it or do anything about it. To be fair, I am going to play football tomorrow. Finally joining a club again. So that's something. But like, there's obviously a massive difference between me right here and Kimmich on the pitch against, with all these world-class players. Say what you want about bad form of them playing poor, whatnot, but all these world-class players compared to me. Okay, Wolf, Davis. Davis wins that. No, I didn't ask for you Google Home or Google Assistant. Again, Kimmich on the ball and Royce just starts to press. Do you think the lack of money we have might mean we become less competitive in Europe? No, I don't. I think that's a bad excuse. Because if you look at who did we lose to this season? We didn't lose to a team that that had a ton of money. We just lost to a team that was organized well. And if it was all about money, PSG would be winning it every season, but it's not. Or Manchester City, it's not. What I think is more important is having a good structure, which is something that could have been something, which is something that we haven't had for a while now. Like a good, solid, cohesive structure of just all the players playing well, under the same philosophy, under the same brand of football. You always hear these rumors about, with us about one or two players don't like the system, or one or two players don't like their role in the team, things like that. Because you can't blame it on money. We didn't lose, because of lack of money. That's not why we're knocked out of the Champions League or the people call. You can't blame it on not having the players. For once, we had all the players available in the Champions League and we got knocked out. And football has never worked just on money. Of course, you need money. That's never going to change. You do need finances to be able to afford world-class players. But it's kind of like an argument that I always make as well. I think I've made this on video though, but like when I talk football, like outside of making videos and just in general football, there are so many world-class players out there now that it's more so about being able to fit a system, because the players all said, once all is said and done, are all on the top players are all on a relatively similar high level. But it's just about functioning with the team, functioning with the players, so on and so forth. And that's where I got a good sporting director, a good scout, or good scouting department, things like that come in. Oh, Gnabry! Nice! Corner. 14 minutes and 5 seconds in as of right now. That was a good one too. Well, attempted, I guess. Kimmich is a walking red card. You'd actually be surprised how few red cards he actually gets. He's very aggressive, so he can be very aggressive, but he's also very smart. What's your thoughts on alignment? I'll get into like our transfer targets once the season is over. I just don't want to. Gnabry? Let's go! Gnabry! Let's go. All right. All right. That guy right there. That guy right there, yeah. Okay, 1-0. 1-0 for Bayern, ladies and gentlemen. Serge Gnabry with the goal from outside the box after a corner. Would you believe it? Wait, Goretzka assist as well. Goretzka, you know what? For once, I can say we've had a good corner. Goretzka with just like the layoff to Gnabry and just shoots. And 1-0. Good goal. No chance for the keeper. That was a good goal. You can't blame the referee this time. That's all I'm going to say. You can't blame the referee this time. Keyboard Warrior, hello. How you doing? I hope you're well. America coached very well this season. Absolutely. And just like that, I know who you are. Well, not quite. Could be a few people. But hello. I don't know how Dortmund. I was just about to say how Dortmund are going to play now. To be fair, I thought that should have been a foul against Kimmich, but no. Turned. Yeah. All right. Kimmich screaming like his life depends on it. My goodness, chill out. Calm down. Relax. Stop breathing. Anyway, John Tevis. Hello, how you doing? A lot of beans. So Dortmund have definitely dropped about 5 meters further back, which is interesting. Oh, come on. You got to take those yourself, lad. It is expected that he'd pass though. He's never going to try it himself. And especially if like the rumors, the news reports are true that Lewandowski is one of the people that are unhappy with the system, which, you know, Nagelsmann obviously denied, but realistically, I think that's true. You want to give him as many goals as possible. Nah, not backwards. We should have gone forwards. Forwards. Always forwards. Anyway, how's everyone doing on this Saturday? I'd assume a lot happy now that we're 1-0 up. Funny enough, what I'm actually most impressed by is actually the way we are defending. Dortmund haven't had a chance yet, and they've made some good runs forward. They've tried some good passes going forward as well, but like in terms of an actual like chance that they've created, they haven't had a single one. So I'm very glad about that. It's very good. We've generally actually been very good defensively recently, so I'm very excited to see how this is all panning out. It's obviously at the wrong time. We've been absolutely awful defensively all season, and now that there's basically nothing to play for anymore, we've suddenly become, you know, defensively solid. A bit too late, if you ask me, but it do be like that sometimes. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Ah, no one there. Kimmich. All right, Davis. Someone get across him. No. Yes, Dortmund, do the smart thing and play. Try playing out the back with all the Bayern players out in your box. That seems like a very smart thing to do. Honestly, incredibly smart header from Goretzka. I'm going to assume that he meant that. That's the key thing. I'm going to assume that he meant that. That wasn't like a fluke. Yeah, we're not quite yet, but we're nearing 20 minutes played, and so far, it's been very one-sided. That not a foul? Nah, okay. Watch, now that I've said that the game is very one-sided, Dortmund are about to do something. Oh, no. Oh, no. Never mind. Good thing I stopped. By the way, I'd much rather have Haaland than Mbappe. Just saying. I know this came out of nowhere, but just saying. Just saying. Despite the fact that Haaland is injury prone. And Mbappe has won the World Cup. I feel like Gnabry should be a striker or a second striker if he is to stay. Well, if you want him to be a second striker, I could understand. If you want him to be a striker, though, We currently have one in the team that. Just saying. But I don't know. I don't quite agree. At least it doesn't work for Bayern. It works a lot more for Germany, but not so much for Bayern. Because we do have fullbacks. A left-footed fullback on the left, a right-footed fullback on the right, which means that you're going to get a lot of crosses into the box. So you ideally need someone that is actually able to, head the ball in as well as play up front and hold the ball up, which Gnabry is more so good at penetrating space. It's not so much even penetrating space; it's more so like attacking space that he's really good at. He's just, I know why people, me included, think he would do so well as a striker. And I'm not saying he wouldn't, but like, it's because he's so direct. He's by far our most direct. Like a little faster by Coleman, and certainly would be in on us, be 2-0. But he's so direct that like it's just, he just works as a striker. I can't stand watching this game while knowing that Villarreal is still in the Champions League. Well, we should have done better. And that's literally all I can say about that. We should have done better. We didn't. That's why we're out. I mean, the season is, after this game, you could realistically say that the season is over. Because at that point, we've won the Bundesliga if we win today. And there's nothing else left to play for. Pride, okay, that's cool. But I do want to see, like, some of the younger players come in, so on and so forth. But I kind of share your sentiment. For someone that used to play at Bayern and like was part of our academy, every child is such a dickhead. Like straight up, he's such a prick. And I like that. I like that. As long as it's not at Bayern. I like players like that, like the Vidal, Emre. But I like players like that have actual quality, like Vidal, for example. For me, you need a bit of attitude as well. But he doesn't have the quality. That's the thing with Emre Can. He doesn't have the quality to be that much of a prick. But it's kind of funny. I'll answer that question for you very quickly. Beckenbauer. And the reason Beckenbauer, president, it really boils down to that. It really boils down to that, their roles in the club after their career as well. That obviously define them as a Bayern legend as well. But if you want to ask me who is like the biggest Bayern legend, you could probably say Uli Hoeneß, honestly, because his playing career and then, what he's done afterwards. But again, that is debatable. You can look at that however you want. Franz Beckenbauer, with him being honorary president, Uli Hoeneß, now he's honorary president as well. There's just the thing with Franz, like you can make the argument, of course, get Müller without his goals, blah, blah, and all the records that he's achieved. But then you have to also look at Bayern as a club. And where Bayern as a club was back then and where Bayern as a club is now. And if you look at, I hate saying this, but it is true, marketability is massive. Like it's absolutely massive. And if it wasn't for Beckenbauer and being basically like the how do I keep this PG? I already swore already, but who cares? The icon that he was, I don't think Bayern would have been as popular as they are now, which means we wouldn't have as much revenue as we have now. And, that adds to it. That's what, for me, I think Beckenbauer, Gerd Müller, and then you could make the argument Hoeneß third. Maybe, you could put those three in any order that you want. I think that's just the order I would go for. But again, you could make the argument that Hoeneß should be higher. I'll leave that up to you. I'm not here to, change your mind. With, a sign outside. Hi, my name is Crowder. What's it? Louder with Crowder. Change my mind. I'm not here to do that. One, I don't have that controversial opinions. Two, we're talking about football. You're never gonna change my mind. Nah, that's out. Gnabry just seems too quiet on wing too often, but can be a massive threat if he can get around the box. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. When Gnabry's on fire, he just looks absolutely on fire. But like when he isn't on fire, he just doesn't look that good. But the thing with Gnabry is, oh no, that's not a foul. How's that not a foul? Oh. All right, highlight misses. Coolio, Cherio. I don't expect this game to be goalless, but my goodness, that is a reckless challenge from Lucas Hernandez. That could have easily been a penalty as well. Me thinks. I might not disagree, might not agree, but I think so. Dortmund are just too wide. They need Haaland to drop deep, like a little, not like drop deep, but like drop deeper a little bit. Because like they don't have any players that they can play the ball to. Because like Haaland's too far forward and they're just too spread out to trying to spread the play out as much as possible. It's not working that well for them. And the thing is, our fullbacks are quick enough to not be like overrun. Maybe Pavard, but yeah. Uh-oh. Was that not a foul? Okay. Lewandowski defending Haaland. I like it. All right. I like it. We're playing sloppy now. Thoughts on Darwin Núñez? Oh, okay, that was offside anyway. Are we playing sloppy? Yeah, sure. Had they created anything really? I mean, they had that one chance early with Haaland, but like not really. Darwin. I look away for 1 second and we give a bad ball away, but now it's fine. Taisto, I think it was, created a really great thread about. Oh, Gnabry! Let's go! So much for sloppiness, eh? So much for sloppiness. Oh, come on, you gotta do that. You gotta do that. Come on, you gotta do that. Come on, bro. Oh. Good work. So much for sloppy, eh? Daniel Morelli, so much for sloppy, eh? That's all it took. One attempt at through. Ooh. Is he onside? I don't know. I need to see that again. Whether he was onside or not. Oh, that's a tight one, I think. I think that's a tight one. I want to see that again. Yeah, they're definitely looking at VAR. All right. All right. Are we looking at VAR? What's going on here? What's going on here, man? Offside. Thought so. That's why I thought that was close, but yeah, okay. That's fair. That's fair. Going back to your question about Darwin Núñez. I think it was Tyson that created a great threat about him. I'm going to be completely honest. The Portuguese league is not really my thing. So I've got no real thought about it. I don't like basing like players off of the off of the Champions League or the Europa League or Conference League, because that's European competition and that means you're playing against different systems, Whereas, and different levels of opposition. So I don't think that's a very good way to measure players. I know a lot of people will disagree just because we've got players that are in the top X, top Y, top Z for goals scored in the Champions League, so on and so forth. But I really don't think that's a good way to judge. I don't think stats are a good way to judge players in general, but stats definitely do tell you a story. For players having 50 shots a game on average, then okay, this player likes to shoot. That he's taking, but you don't know, based on just looking at that the shots come from inside the box, outside the box. Were they shots on target? Were they just shots from the halfway line that could have gone anywhere? You can obviously be a lot more specific with stats, but in general, I don't like looking at stats in the first place. Which defenders would you want Bayern to buy? Ooh. I feel like that's an end of season kind of discussion. And while, how do I phrase this? While I don't think we necessarily need to buy anyone, I do think Bayern will get another defender. But I'll save that. I'll save that answer for end of the season. I mean, you could make the argument that today the season ends if we win, but let's save that for summer. Once we've got a lot more to talk about. Pass it to, just give it. Oh, yeah, I'm happy for Lewandowski, but Kimmich was right there. So I'm glad he scored that 2-0. Good shit. Good shit. But I was because the way I saw it, I thought he missed, and I was going to be so pissed. I was going to be so pissed. I was already in my anger bubble, but nah, he scored. Ah. Müller assist. We like to see his Lewandowski goal against Dortmund. We also like to see that. Good shit. Good pressing, Gnabry. Good pressing, Gnabry. And Müller with the quick vision looks over to see where Kimmich is, but then sees Lewandowski making the run. And honestly hits. I mean, hey, okay? As someone that used to play goalkeeper, I mean, hey, hey, that's awful. That's hey, there is good goalkeeping, and then there is bad goalkeeping. That right there is bad goalkeeping. Lewandowski didn't even place it anyway. He just hit it. I went right under him. So hey, I'm not complaining because we're 2-0 up. But if I was any one of those Dortmund players out there or the manager, I'd be just a little pissed, just a tiny little bit. Also, I do apologize if light was coming from that side. The sun is shining quite brightly. Shine bright like a diamond. So that's where you're seeing that light from that side. 46% goal probability. Absolutely agree. I thought he missed. I from the way it looked to me, right? Maybe it's just for a split second, but the way it looked to me, I thought he missed. I was I was about to go on a rant. I was about to go on a rant because Kenny was in the box and I thought he missed, but nah, he scored. Imagine not knowing how to defend. JK, unless. unless. I've already said that I'll answer this question in the summer, but it kind of goes along with this question. Dream summer window, and I'll save that until the season is over. So we have 4 more games left, I think, this season, or 3 more games left this season. You'll see all of these transfer talks and what I would want to see in the summer, things like that. Once our season is over, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. But just as a general view, I've made a video a couple of weeks ago that was called something like "Sensible Transfers Bayern Munich," and in that one, I kind of just talked about sensible transfers, so nothing extraordinary, just sensible stuff. Now I will make a video that will be just like what I would like to see, but like a dream transfer window. But we will talk about that again at a later time. But like I'll go in more depth with these kind of videos, obviously once the summer is here, because it's going to be a long summer, shorter than usual, but about like 2 months where there's no football. So there's plenty to talk about. And also, just to answer that question, you could say the same thing about almost every club. There are certain, I mean, people don't like to accept it, but I'll say it how it is. There's a certain influence from a certain Mr. Josep Guardiola that, like, in every league that he's gone to, teams, will try to play a certain style, and that includes playing out from the back. So that's one of the reasons why you see all the teams really from top to bottom, even those that don't have ball playing centre backs, try and play out from the back. Because football isn't just about winning or losing; it's also about the ideal football that most coaches view is like playing out from the back, having all your players involved. Because if you play out from the back, it's much easier than route one. A lot of times, not always, but a lot of the times it's a lot easier, even if your players aren't perfect for that. And I'm talking a lot about formations in football, aren't I? Scouting course. That's the influence. I've always like watched what formations and how players are lining up, so on and so forth. And as you all know, I've always said that formations aren't that important. It's more so the roles of the players. But like ever since starting scouting course, it's just been fun. Looking at football a little different, not too much, but a little. But right here, Dortmund shouldn't be playing out from the back. That's a foul. Yep. Man, Dortmund have been atrocious. Is that Marco Reus trying to start something? Of all players. And Emre, I don't know why Emre Can got a yellow. From what it looked like to me, he was just trying to hold everyone back. I don't know who else got it. Okay, I don't quite agree with that. Watch out, referee! They're about to come for you. After this game, you won't ever be able to referee a Dortmund game again. Oh no! What even is the point for yellow cards for managers and coaches? What even is the point? Honestly, when are they ever going to get suspended from like accumulating cards? Nah. He should have gotten on target. Yep, that was the second goal. I don't know how I thought he missed that. I don't know how I thought he missed that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, my eyesight is fading. Fading. Have Dortmund have a shot on target? I don't think they had. I don't think they've had a single shot on target yet. Good shit to our midfield and our defense. I mean, granted, we haven't had two. Like, besides the 2 goals, we haven't had any more shots either. But I mean, okay, I'm a fanboy. You all know that already anyway, so I won't even say it. I would even pretend like I'm not. But if I was Dortmund, what I would do is Rainier out, Mukoko on. Yes, I'm a Mukoko fanboy, but he just offers you that little oomph that they don't have right now. Like, ever since they've gone 2-0 down, they haven't had a spark. They aren't even pressing that good anymore. But Bayern isn't playing that well either, so it's like they don't need to press. Bayern doesn't need to play. And it's just a case of whatevs, bruv. That's what it is. That's what we've seen in this game. That's just the way I'm viewing it. That's just the way I'm seeing it. Dortmund lack a spark, and Bayern doesn't really need to, go up a gear or anything of that sort. See, I thought he scored there. See, I thought he scored there. Oh, I thought how did I think he scored there, but then missed the actual goal? That's crazy. That's crazy. Amazing cross, Davis. Amazing cross to no one in red. And here come Dortmund trying to counter, but they're going out wide like they always do. They don't go direct. Marius Wolf and Brandt, and Wolf completely just misses the ball. And now here we go. Bayern counter through the wing, which has been our best part today. I mean, it's obviously be our best part when Dortmund try and counter us through the wing. So that means that when we counter them, we just have so much space on the wing. So our wingers have a lot of time. Our wingers and fullbacks have a lot of time to shine. I do like the split video that beIN Sport has, but they need to have this more often. I don't know if it's like the direct Bundesliga, the worldwide Bundesliga feed, or whether it's like beIN Sport is exclusive, because I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. But it might just be because for this game. I don't know. Anyway, how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? How's your weekend been? How's your week been? How's your month been? How's your year been, in fact? Ooh, you're going all the way up to your year. Wolf looks to be seriously hurt. Is he going to play on? I mean, the half is basically over at this point. Dortmund without a shot on target in this half. I mean, this game is basically over. They're not even trying anymore. Ah, come on, ref. And there we go. The first half is over. It's over. It's over. Bayern with an XG of 0.6 and Dortmund an XG of 0.4. That about sums it up. We've been more clinical, yeah, but Dortmund haven't created anything, and we really haven't created much either. The goals are here. The goals are there. The goals are everywhere. Aha. Classes have been rough, and summer semester won't be any easier. You know what, Milan Gazik? All I can say is good luck. Just know that hopefully at the end it's all worth it. You know, sometimes when things are just extremely difficult, it just can seem like, what's the point? You know, why am I doing this? It's way too difficult. Why am I going through these tough times? And just know, hopefully at the end it's all worth it. You know, once you've passed all your classes and all, you know, and it's all over, you've got your degree or whatever you're doing right now, or your diploma, or your, you know, whatever, your doctorate. I don't know what you're doing. But just know, hopefully, it's all going to be worth it at the end. You know, once you're swimming in that, once you've got a Lamborghini, you're driving that Lambo, that Ferrari. I'm not a car person, as you can probably tell. I'm just like naming Lamborghini and Ferrari. But like once you're driving those, then hopefully, you know, and you've got a luxury mansion. Hopefully, everything is swell and nice, and will all have been worth it. Wow, wow. Hopefully. Do you think Bayern want Musiala at 6 and 1 at 8 so they can get Virtus at 10 in 2033? That's my theory. No, I don't. I think the thing with Musiala is that he will be number 10. I think so long term. I mean, I very much want Musiala to be a number 10. I think that's his best position. But I think the thing with Musiala as well is that he's played there or on the wings his whole career. So he works there best. And I don't think his skill set really suits as a number 6 or number 8. I don't think his passing is good enough. I don't think he's not saying that it lacks, you know, that he's awful at it, but I'm saying it's not good enough for any of those two positions. I think there's going to be a healthy competition at Bayern. But the thing with Gnabry is he's very versatile. Sorry, not Gnabry. The thing with Musiala is he's very versatile, so he can play on the 6, on the 8, on the 10, on the wings. He could probably play as a striker if we're being completely honest. But like he doesn't have the passing range to play further deep. He does, you know, he is able to escape the press very well, which is obviously something that you want of your midfielder. But in general, I think his passing range is just lacking for that. I think there's going to be a healthy competition between him and Vanna in the future. And, you know, Gnabry being versatile, and I do it again, I say Gnabry. Musiala being versatile and being able to play on the wings means that he's going to play, you know, both, you know, as a number 10 on the wings, so on and so forth, depending on who we're playing. But we will see, obviously, how that all pans out. I also don't want to hype up Vanna too much because, again, he's played 1 game or 2 games, and that was it. I don't see there's a significant step up between your playing for the youth team and then playing for the actual men's team in the first Bundesliga, in the Champions League, in the DFB Pokal. So I think we should all just like relax, calm down. I mean, just look at the endless list of players that we all thought, you know, would turn out to be something. You look at Gianluca Gaudino. Oh my goodness, we're going back in time. Benko. I mean, you could even say Højbjerg. I mean, he's doing well for himself now with Tottenham, but like, you know, there are plenty of examples. I mean, it depends how far you want to go back as well. But there are plenty of examples of players that, you know, had a lot of potential, but then just didn't live up to that. Or vice versa, there are players that didn't have potential and then completely lived up to that. So I think you just need to relax. I think we all just need to relax a little, just calm down and evaluate the situation once it's all done, once it's all said and done. That's kind of the way I see it. That's kind of the way I view it. But let me know what you all think about that. With that said, this one. Civil engineering degree by next year, hopefully. Man, that sounds fantastic. That sounds fuego. Good luck with that, and hopefully, you know, you smash it. That's all I can say about that. Didn't think I'd see you back for a while after that Villarreal disappointment. It's not a Villarreal disappointment. You know why I've been gone. I've said before, I don't like doing rants. I don't want to make videos that are just inherently negative, right? You know, once in a while, whatever. But like once it's every week, like once it's just every week is a disappointment, and that's kind of honestly the way I felt about this season. Honestly, is that every week has been awful, and every week I feel like there is no defense. You know, we can't keep it. And yes, this probably has more to do with the fact that I care more about the defense than I do about the attack. I really do. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, a lot of people are completely opposite. They're like attack. You know, we just want to see the attacking players score, so on and so forth. Whereas I'm just like, if I get a 0-0, I'll be happy. Like straight up, if I get a 0-0, I'm good. I'm good. That's me, right? And that's because obviously I've played football for like 13, 14 years of my life. And while I've played, honestly, in most positions, the position that I had the most fun with, honestly, was a centre-back because our team was pretty awful. So it meant that me as being the captain and then me playing the centre-back, I felt like it was my responsibility to keep, you know, the game as close to 0 as possible, if possible, you know, to keep a clean sheet. So there's just a certain pride that comes when I watch football where I'm like, if it's a 0-0, I'm happy. More so than when it's like a 5-6-0, you know? But I'm in the minority here, and I definitely know that. But it's more about our way of playing that has me bothered rather than the results. As I always say, I don't think I've said it that often. I think the last time I said it was like when I made videos during Pep's era, and that is that maybe it wasn't quite then, but like basically the way I view it, everything is if we play well and lose, then so be it. At least we played well. At least the team gave their all, so on and so forth. But a lot of times we get away with playing bad just because we've got the superior quality. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And that's kind of the way I view things, which is kind of why I get frustrated when people are just like, we were awful, but we won 2-0. So we were great. And I'm like, no, that doesn't change anything. And I feel like that's been this season. I feel like we've won most of our games through individual quality rather than through the collective being good. And that's why last season has been very frustrating for me. And it's why you don't see me every single week, but you will still see me sometimes here and there whenever I feel like it, in essence. If that makes sense. Who do you want to replace Lewandowski when he eventually leaves? As I said, I'll keep transfer talks, so on and so forth, to the end of the season. But I'll give you a very short answer. And that answer is Kevin Volland just scored for Monaco in the Monaco vs Saint Etienne game. That's very interesting. Volland and obviously Ben Yedder scored in that game, which I find very interesting because I like that. I like watching Monaco. They're one of my favorite teams to watch at the moment. Chouameni, Ben Yedder, Volland. I like that pairing. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, to answer your question, I will obviously go into more depth about it when the season is over, once the summer approaches. But it's significant. Okay, maybe it's controversial. I don't think it is. It's significantly easier to replace Lewandowski than it is to replace Neuer. Realistically, Neuer. Like Müller and Lewandowski are a lot easier to replace than Neuer. If we got rid of Lewandowski, I wouldn't be worried that we wouldn't have a top-class striker because there are so many top-class strikers out there. Same with Müller. Like you could almost make the argument that Müller, not Musiala, already has replaced him or is replacing him as we speak. And I think that's a very valid argument. Goalkeepers is another issue because there are a lot of good goalkeepers, but very few great ones. And that's why I think Neuer is the most difficult to replace, whereas Lewandowski and Müller are the easiest to replace. So I'm not worried about striker. You could almost put anyone in that team and they score 30 goals with the attacking creativity and whatnot that we have up front. That's kind of the way I view it. I know not everyone agrees, but that's just the way I see it, which is why I'm not worried if Lewandowski leaves or stays. Anyway, I'll talk about specific names, so on and so forth, more come the end of the season. But for now, we wait. For now, we wait. Been strong in the past couple of games, including the Real second leg. Absolutely. Yeah, we've been very good defensively recently. It's good to see, because at the end of the day, defense has been the thing that has been stopping us from reaching our potential, and it's good to see that. It's what at the beginning. I don't think you were here at the beginning of the game, but I kind of said it that how nice of the team to finally come together defensively and as a whole unit. Now that the season is over, what a good job. But yeah, it's obviously too late. But if we can build on this for next season, then I'm absolutely here for it, and I'm absolutely happy with it. If we continue with this and like this for next season, but as of right now, it just ain't. For now, this season, it just hasn't been that great. So if next season can be better, then so be it. Let's do it. I played football competitively for like 10 years, and I was a centre back or right back. Defense for me is way more important. I mean, for me, it also goes back to like the saying: a good defense wins. A good offense wins you a good offense wins you games. A good defense wins you titles. It always goes back to that saying for me as well, which is why a good defense. Whenever we're good defensively, we tend to win titles. Just saying. I mean, you could make the argument, well, we won the treble without a good defense. Okay, fair enough. You've got your argument. Keep your argument. But then again, you could make the argument, I'm flipping that argument on its head. You could make the argument that for that Champions League, all the ties were one-game legs. So our offense won the games, which ultimately won the titles. Because all the legs were not a 2-game knockout. They were a 1-game knockout. So, just saying. I'm flipping the argument on its head. There you go. There's always an asterisk for everything and anything. You could legitimately flip any argument in the world if you do it right. With that said, yep. Which is hilarious, because I was thinking, let me put some money on Miller to get an assist or a goal. So I was like, actually, he hasn't gotten a goal or assist in a while. Of course, he would get one today. Of course, he would. But it is sometimes it is like that. As I said earlier as well, I'll talk about like individual players and transfer targets, so on and so forth. Once we have ended the season, I just don't want to do that too much now, because we all know how transfer targets go. The names that are being discussed right now, it won't, come the summer, it won't even matter anymore. Like, we've been linked to Ginter, we were linked to Rudiger, we were linked to who else, and nowadays we're not linked to them anymore, because nowadays, they're not, those rumors are incredible anymore. Rumors just change so often that I wouldn't hold your breath for any rumor unless there's like a substantial discussion around it, if that makes sense. Which is why I'm calm when it comes to these players that I mentioned. Anyway, with that said, what does everyone think Dortmund will do for the second half? Because me thinks, in all honesty, I think they're either going to go all out, and by that I mean put my cocoa on, just saying, or they're going to be foolish and keep the same lineup, and that means that we won't have to push, they won't have to press, the game ends 2-0, or maybe we'll score another one and it's 3-0, and that will be that. So it's either going to be a blowout where we score another 2 goals in the second half because they try and push us, or they might score a few goals and the game will become interesting, or they're going to keep it the same, and then suddenly the second half will just be a snooze fest. That's kind of the way I see it. Either like total chaos if they make changes, or a total snooze fest if they don't make any changes. With that said, though, we will see how the next half goes whenever it's returning, which should be any second now, if I'm being completely honest. Rightio. Second half coming up. You expect the screamer. Oh, Musiala's getting a talk. Okay, he's coming on. I like to see that. We love to see that. Players are still warming up. I'm watching a French stream, by the way, being sport. I'm trying to learn French. Hola. Okay. Now let's. Okay, I'm trying to learn French. Bonjour. That was an epic fail, wasn't it? I'm trying to learn French. Hola. Okay. I need to be stopped. How do I see Leipzig do next season? This right here is one of my favorite questions. Because I say this every single year, and every single year I believe it to be true, and every single year I'm false. But I think Leipzig are going to be a number one challenger for the Bundesliga next season, and I think they're the real challenger, not Dortmund. Now, note, I have said that since Leipzig joined the Bundesliga, and I've been wrong every single year, because every single year Dortmund still ends up being second. But I believe it. I believe that Leipzig are the second strongest team in Germany. And I fully believe that they will challenge us all the way to the title next season. Now, no, again, I've been wrong every single season, but I still will come back to it, and I'll still be wrong next time, and I'll still continue being wrong. But that's how I view Leipzig. In terms of Champions League, though, for them, I think they're going to do very well in the Champions League. I think they're going to win the Europa League this season. But obviously, everything remains to be seen. I would love nothing more for an all-German final. Is that even possible? I haven't even looked at the pathway. But oh well. Okay. Anyway, if you're joining us right now, we are currently 45 minutes and 30 seconds in as of now. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. I would like to see some more changes. Obviously, we saw Musiala getting the talk, and I think he's currently warming up as well. So I think he'll come on probably in the next 5 to 10 minutes. But I would like to see some more changes as well, early on in this game, because clearly Dortmund aren't trying anymore. This game is over. Let us have our 10th Bundesliga title and just play some kids now. I'd like to see Nianzou come on. I'd like to see Musiala come on. I'd like to see even play Vanna. Let him get some minutes. That's kind of the way I want things to go now. This game is over. All that hype for absolutely nothing. All that hype, all the people turning in, watching this game being broadcasted in so many different countries, only for Dortmund to not even try, and them to be 2-0 down, and them not having a single shot on target. Wow, amazing game. Amazing game, Dortmund. You've done so well. What a great advertisement for the Bundesliga. Amazing. Okay. Come on. It has to be quicker. Goretzka's making a runner. You're not even trying to play until it's too late. It has to be so much quicker. Complacency is the way I see it. Don't play on. Don't stop the game. That is my ultimate. That is my ultimate pet peeve. When they I mean, it wasn't a clean tackle. That should have been a foul, but the referee waved it on. If the referee waves it on, you play on. That's the way I see it. Now, granted, it was a foul. It was a foul. Ain't nobody denying that. But unless it's a head injury, or like, unless someone like lands on their spine or something, and you can clearly see that they're effed up, just play on. Fahad Kazi, same here. But I think that foul just there will have actually motivated Dortmund a little bit. So I could see, of course, penalty, Kimmich. Of course it would be. Yeah, that's a penalty. That's a penalty. That was a reckless challenge. Who was it earlier that said that what was it? Who said it earlier that Kimmich is a walking red card? There you go. Not quite a red card, but there you go. And you know how I was talking? Yeah, that's a penalty. Emre Can, why would you let Emre Can take it? That's the one part I don't understand. But hey, like they should let Haaland take it. Emre Can isn't exactly a penalty. He's probably going to score, right? But he's not exactly like a penalty hero. But let's see how it goes. He scored for his last three. Woohoo! He tends to score more left to the keeper. Right for him. Okay. I think he's going to go left. Because the right side seems to be his comfort zone. So I think he's going to go left because he's trying to rise to the occasion, so to speak, and then go to the other side. And especially since two are right, one is left. Ice him out, Neuer. Ice him out. Take the pen, Famalam. Stop wasting me time. But Neuer's trying to ice him out. He's going. I knew it. He's going left. As I said, he's trying to rise to the occasion. The right was his comfort zone. And especially like big moments like these, players that want to go to their comfort zone, they want to go the other way, which is typically, how you psych them out. You make them think, okay, you should go there. It's a comfort zone. It's where you feel comfortable. You feel more comfortable playing to the right. And that's where you should go left. And that's exactly what Emre Can does. And at least that's how I used to view it when I was playing as a goalkeeper. As I said, I played basically every position in football because so many people always left our club. And because I was the longest one in our club, it just meant, as me being the captain, that I was just moved to every position. I was like, okay, you have to fill in here because this person isn't playing with us anymore. He's left. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll play there. Goalkeeper was the best part. It was the most fun I've ever had playing football because you won a penalty shootout because of me. And that was a different kind of like feeling like a hero. Scoring a goal doesn't match to that feeling when you like win a penalty shootout and you just save the penalties. It's a silly penalty to give away. Very silly penalty. Now we're crumbling. Don't crumble now. Seriously, what is going on? Oh, no, yeah. This team has just decided to crumble. You've got a bunch of World Cup winners, a bunch of players that have won the Champions League, a bunch of players that have seen it all at the highest level. And because it's 2-1, they suddenly decide to start crumbling. Awful passes, awful defending, no pressure, backing off. And then Neuer, as always, has to come clutch. As always. Of course, Dortmund have now woken up, but like we've capitulated more than they've woken up. That's the worst part. We've capitulated more than they have woken up. It's that complacency issue again, as it always is. Müller, too slow, gets fouled. But instead of playing it forward, there was tons of space on the right. But no, we've got to slow it down. Did he just trip over the ball? Oh, no. Oh, no. Upamecano, don't let Haaland humiliate you again. Please don't. Lucas Hernandez. Of course, the French commentator is going absolutely nuts. But that was a great tackle from Lucas Hernandez. That was fantastic. Man, Upamecano just never looks comfortable against Haaland. It just never looks comfortable against Haaland. Ever. Nice. Oh, why? Unfortunate. So unfortunate. Such an unfortunate. Offside anyway, but so unfortunate. That Lewandowski had to get Gnabry's way. Unfortunate. No. The way Power just jumped up there, like he got fouled. He did like a roll or something. Then he jumps up. It's like like it doesn't even look like he got hurt that much. Like he actually like jumps up and then does more flip. That deserves an Oscar. That deserves an Oscar. Keep my never mind. Calma. Oh, good pass. Goretzka. Lewandowski. Ah, unfortunate. Keep calm and carry on. But that was a great pass from Meccano, and then a great pass from Müller. Great pass from Goretzka. Yeah. You know what Dortmund couldn't really use? They could use a defensive midfielder. Like an actual defensive midfielder. Uh-oh. Yeah. Let's not say penalty. Let's not say penalty. Uh-oh. Here he goes. He's saying, wait, they're checking. Oh! He didn't get the ball at first, but he got it. The second time before. I don't know, man. Play on. They could have had 3 penalties in this game. And I don't think anybody would have been, pissed off about it. Instead, they've only had 1. Kimmich. Bayern has been stuck in like the first gear all. Take that yourself, Gnabry. You gotta shoot yourself. Why are you crossing from that angle? I hate this so much. Take a shot, take it to the far corner. If the goalkeeper saves, it lands at Coleman's feet. But if he doesn't save it, it's a goal. See, usually I like Gnabry because he's ruthless. He's greedy. And that's good to have sometimes because all of our other wingers are not greedy at all. You look at Coleman, not greedy. You look at Sané, not greedy. And Gnabry is usually the one outlier. Lewandowski. There is no way Lewandowski's angry at Müller for not making that run, and Lewandowski didn't get his head up to actually check where Müller was. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, that's all. There's no way he's angry when he didn't even look up to see where Müller was, because Müller actually dropped deep so that if Lewandowski played it backwards, maybe maybe he's got a fair point. No. Referee, what are you doing? Lucas Hernandez clearly got punched in the face, and this guy's just like, play on. Yeah, that's getting ridiculous. Even the French commentator was like, boom. Now, he got two-fisted. He got... Has he still got all his teeth? Finally, here comes Musiala. Here come their drums. Here come their drums. Baby, baby, baby. Musiala about to come on. For number 7, for Gnabry. Now the game should be fun. Now the game should be fun. So I finished initiates. I quite like that. The match facts that the Bundesliga has. No. You can't. So Gnabry goes down the tunnel. Please tell me he's just going to the toilet and he's not injured. Yeah, he's got to be injured, isn't he? I mean, it's the end of the season, but he's got to be injured, isn't he? Anyway, first touch for Musiala. Muller. Shoot your sight. I'm so done with all of you. I am so done with all of you. Why are you... Seriously, shoot. You know how to kick a ball. Right in front of the goal, and he just tries to pass it to Lewandowski. I'm so sick and tired of all of these players. You know what we need? We need players that actually want to score goals. Because it's absolutely ridiculous what they're doing. It's absolutely ridiculous what they're doing. Oh, let's try and pass it. Let's try and lay it off to Lewandowski because he's the only one that's allowed to shoot. Yes, I'm pissed off. Yes, I'm pissed off. Oh, this is stressing me out much more than I thought it would. I don't even know who fouled who there, if I'm being completely honest, man. How old is Gittins? Isn't he like 17 years old? Some crazy young age. Like, I think he's 17 years old, isn't he? Yeah, 17. Yeah, I was right. Crazy that he's getting game time in this game, but I guess Musiala is what, 18? Is he 18? I think he's 18. So, it's not that crazy. It just I'm used to seeing Musiala a lot more, so it's not as crazy to me anymore. Then again, Dortmund also have, Adeyemi that's coming in for them next season, so I think it's crazy, yo. It's crazy. That's a foul. All right. Well, that was Gittins' action. If they do not pass Lewandowski every time, then he will throw a fit. Daniel, I mean, sort of, but also no, but also sort of, but also no. It does feel that way. It always has felt that way. I'm not going to deny that. But ain't nobody going to care. If you're scoring a goal, ain't nobody caring about him throwing a fit. Especially for a player like Muller, who is one of the key figures in the team. If he cares that much about a player throwing a fit because you scored a goal but you didn't pass it to me, then F him. That's my yeah. If I was a player, I'd be like, yo, F you. I scored. I don't give a damn, bro. I don't give a damn. Go cry in a corner. But hey, that's just me. But that's just me. That's just me. All right. See, and then he shoots here. And Lewandowski almost scores. See, that's what happens when you take a shot. Surprise, right? I mean, is that not a handball? Is that not a handball? Is that not a handball? If that's not a handball, I don't know. But that's a handball. What an amazing pass, Mr. Gittins. What an amazing pass. Ah. Muller's having one of those. I know he got an assist, but he's having a stinker. Once more. So is Rice though. Yeah, Rice sort of. He's been involved in a lot of their play, but he hasn't really been that great either. He did get the penalty, so I guess that is something. All right. 20 minutes, skill take left to play. $20 minutes left to play. We'll see how Leslie's gonna get that. No. All when all said is all an all one. It's actually quite a boring game. It's been about like spells of like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, where it's like it's been really fun and interesting, but it's actually been a fairly boring game. It feels like a real end of season clash, which it is, but my goodness, it's a boring ass game. Okay. Dortmund attacking through the right. So let's see how long they go for. Not that long, because Haaland just decides to foul Upamecano. Yeah, there's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen in this game anymore, lads, ladies and gentlemen. This game it's over. It's over. Dortmund going to do like more of these half-hearted attempts, but like realistically, nothing more than that is going to happen in this game. And Bayern's going to Bayern, as you all know. Bayern's going to Bayern. Any more subs, Bayern? Just saying, 73 minutes played. We've only had one substitution. Let's go, Musiala. All right. Well, Bellingham is out. For how long? It remains to be seen. I mean, it seems like he wants to go back into the game right away. I heard the French commentator mention Nyonzu, so I don't know whether he's coming back on, whether Nyonzu's coming on or not, or whether... Because I don't see anyone warming up from Bayern side. I don't see anyone warming up, if I'm being completely honest. Any substitutions? Let's liven this game up a little. Okay. Whenever I think, okay, we're trying to score another one, we're trying to up the tempo a little, it just ain't happening. Okay. And these French commentators are trying to get hype. But man, there is no hype. This game is over. Like Dortmund haven't even been trying. Like as I said, for like little spells of like 5 minutes here and there, sure. But as a whole, why are you whistling? It isn't a head injury. The guy's got a cramp. Why are you whistling? Someone explain refereeing to me. Someone explain refereeing to me. Anyway, Sabitzer is about to come on. 80th minute. That's only where we get our second change. And Sané is coming on. I guess I spoke too soon. So both Sané and Sabitzer are about to come on. Let's go. Ah, Jamal. Really? Palmer just, hey, he gets that wrong. It's a sending off. But he doesn't. That's a good pass to Haaland. Barupa. Barupa! Darupa-upa! Barupa. And I think Neuer got a touch to it as well. Crazy. Is this the counter attack? Is it? No. Nah. Oh, no. Anyone but Haaland. Anyone but Haaland. Anyone but Erling. All right. Erling. Anyone but Mr. H. Anyone but that Mr. A to the double A-L-A-N-D. Müller off, Sabitzer on, Sané on. And Coleman off for Sané. Sprinter initiator. And here's the counter. Please be an actual decent counter. Well, there goes that counter. Well, there goes that counter. Jamal. Oh! Jamal. Whatever. Yo. Jamal. Even Davis is like, yo, I can't do it. There we go. If anyone deserved it in this game, it was going to be him. Like, everyone else has been awful. Everyone else has been awful. But you know what? My boy, Bambi on ice. Now the question is, was he offside? No, he wasn't. He wasn't. Yeah, he definitely wasn't. Because those two are on the goal line. So that's Coolio, my boy, Musi. Yeah. Den Musi machen. Yeah, basically exactly how I expected this half to go. Like, no action, but like maybe another goal from us. But that's about it. That's about it. I know what he's got 4 goals this season, Musiala. 4 goals this season. You'd expect him to have 40. Nah, you expect him to have 10. Is 10 too much? I don't think 10 is too much. You expect him to have 8, 9, but 4. Now, of course, that's only in the Bundesliga. We're not including the hat trick that he scored in the DFB Pokal, but considering how many minutes he's gotten, guess he's played further deep, but considering how many minutes he's gotten, you really do expect him to have more goals, but it do be like that sometimes, unfortunately. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. That has to be a penalty. Is that not a penalty? I mean, I'm making sure Dortmund should have had 3 penalties in this game, but that has to be a penalty for Bayern, right? VAR? Where's the VAR? No? Is that not a penalty? I absolutely j'adore this French referee, this French commentator, just saying German words, saying Deutscher Meister wird nur der FCB, or saying things like Gänsehaut pur. It's just yeah, okay, bro. Okay, bro. It's just cringe. It's the reason why why you don't see me just speak German in videos, because it's just so. I don't know why, but it just feels cringe speaking a different language, or even just saying different words in a different language besides the earlier hola, bonjour. It's why you don't see me actually say a few words in other languages that I know, because I just feel it's a little bit cringe. Maybe that's just me. For example, if I 11, hey, this guy Goretzka, seriously, offside. But seriously, how do you not score that? How do you not score that? This guy he just shoots. No placement, no anything, just to get the ball and shoot. Now even Nagelsmann gets. Again, what is the point of giving these? What is the point of giving them a card? Anyway, here's Mukoko. About 86 minutes too late. 86. Oh, yo. You know who? Okay, you want to know who my Lewandowski replacement is? It's right there. Mukoko. There you go. There you go. There you go. You give him a season without injuries and a season, where he actually plays and he scores 40 goals. Not season. There you go. There you go. I'm being serious. All right? 100% serious. Or am I? I am. Or am I? Too much. Too much. Trying too much. Well, this game, we're currently in the 89th minute. I mean, the game is about to be over. Uh, I expected better. I'm not gonna lie, I expected better from both teams. I know 3-1, I should be happy, so on and so forth, but I didn't expect us to, be a lot more forcing. I expect us to force the issue a lot more, considering that the title could have been won or will be won today. But at the end of the day, even just like us in first gear was more than enough to do well in this game. And one thing that you can take from the game is that our defense as a whole did solid. Did overall very good. Obviously, we conceded a goal, but that was through a penalty, with a bit of a reckless challenge, which is better than just coming from open play, I'd say. So that's the way I view it. That's the way I see it. Of course, hopefully I don't regret those words in the next 4 minutes, but I don't think I will. That wouldn't even change anything because over 90 minutes we've done really well. Everyone trying to go centrally to Lewandowski when Davis was making a run in open space on the left. But no, let's go centrally where there's no space. Woohoo! That's a dive I've ever seen. Lewandowski wants that penalty. Earlier notice. Man, he only came in the second half, but Musiala, man of the match, easily. Only came on in the second half, but man of the match. So impressive. So impressive. Lewandowski off for Choupo-Moting, as well as Kimmich, who is off for Niklas Süle. Let's okay. All right, that's the one thing I didn't want to see. Just like pop shots from nowhere. All right. Move the camera. We get it. There's a lot of rumors about him. You know what the funny part is, right? Before the game, what's the guy's name? You know that one guy that is basically. Why is his name escaping me right now? The one commentator that basically has like connections to Erling Haaland. I forgot what is his name right now. Why is his name escaping me? Anyway, his name is escaping me right now. But that one guy who always has like connections to apparently has connections to Haaland. He was saying, "Oh, Bayern are definitely still interested in Erling Haaland and so on and so forth." Yeah, what did Erling Haaland do in this game? What did what do you call it? what Lewandowski doing? Lewandowski scored. Meanwhile, Erling Haaland is on the bench sulking. There are levels to this thing, all right? There are levels to this. Of course, he's going City. Everyone in the world knows he's going City, but that guy, Jan Fitter Art thing, whatever his name is, not Fitter App. What's the guy? I forgot what's the guy's name. Why am I not remembering it? I'm terrible with names, but anyway, the game is over. Bayern have won the 10th Bundesliga in a row. Woo! Oh my goodness! Nah, it is a very good achievement. It is a very, very good achievement, of course, and I can't be too sad about. I can't be, I can't be, too joking about it because it is a result of the entire season being, very, very good. But it also is very disappointing that the fact that in this season we got knocked out extremely early in the DFB Pokal, and in the Champions League we didn't perform to our level. It is extremely frustrating that towards the tail end of the season our performance level dropped off so much, but at the end of the day we have won our 10th Bundesliga, which just shows you that we've done a solid work throughout the whole season, even if we haven't been as great in the last couple of weeks and months necessarily. But that's why the Bundesliga doesn't define individual games. It doesn't define individual seasons. Sorry, it doesn't define individual games. It doesn't define individual spells of seasons. It defines the entire season from beginning to the end. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, our 10th Bundesliga title. I'm gonna go and watch the celebrations a little bit, and I'll maybe see you all tomorrow. I don't know if anyone's interested. I'll maybe do a stream tomorrow, maybe later today even, and where everyone is able to join if they're interested, and we'll just have a discussion about this Bundesliga season, how it went, this game, so on and so forth. But let me know what you'll think about this game in the comment section down below later on today, and I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. And I've got a hiccup now, which is perfect. Perfect. But yeah, with that said, until then, peace out, everyone. Have a nice day, and